Hello everyone, welcome back in Tech Session 18. So guys, today's session I'll show you hands-on training like how to set up DevOps CI/CD pipeline to deploy Terraform infrastructure as a code with the help of GitHub Copilot. So in this session I'll show you like how to set up pipeline and to deploy resources on Azure by the help of Terraform and GitHub Copilot. So IAC tool I'm using here in Terraform and CI/CD tool Azure DevOps and deployment that I'm using on Azure, and GitHub Copilot I'm using to helping troubleshooting and code generation. Okay, so that is our today's agenda of this training. So before going to start this session, let me recap my last session. So last session I show you how to create a initial pipeline to set up your backend configuration. It means to manage your backend storage, container, resource group, so that your TF state file can store on that resources. Okay, so that is a first pipeline needed. So that's why first pipeline I trigger and also troubleshoot the code and issues and the connection issue with the help of Copilot. Okay, that issue I can resolve manually, but I'm not going to manually because everything I'm going to take help from GitHub Copilot. That is our agenda of this session, right? So that's why AI tech session we are working here, and this session also will go to second pipeline. So in last session, if you go to my previous session, that is already explained how to generate pipeline and all. Okay, so code is ready. I'll go to test and we'll fix all the issues. Got it? So before going to start this session, let me go back and show you the key point and benefits. Okay, so first is why we are using CI/CD here. So Azure DevOps CI/CD basically streamline your code integration, testing and deployment, right? That is our main purpose. If I'm talking to key point, so key points are here like in repos. So repos, why we are using repo? It maintains the source code management in Git. Pipeline basically automate build, test and deployment. Artifact, store, build, output for reuse purpose. Environment we define like dev, QA, production, right? That is the environment we can define. Trigger like means initiate pipeline on code change or schedules. That is our purpose to use trigger. If I'm talking to key benefits, so key benefit is here to use pipeline like faster, reliable deployment. So whatever deploy you are going, if you are going to manually, you have a lot of things you need to take care. Always, manual errors possibility. So it will reduce our manual error, improve our collaboration, faster, reliable deployment, and scalable and repeatable workflow. So just go there and trigger the pipeline, it will deploy. Integration, testing, rollback options. So these are key benefits to use CI/CD pipeline. Okay, let me go on Azure DevOps portal, then show you the pipeline. Okay, so let me open that. Here the pipeline section. If you go there, so the configuration already done, but still not tested. Okay, second pipeline. So what I'll do, I'll go my repos. Here I create a repo for to maintain the pipeline. So I create one repo name is infra, where I maintain three pipelines. One is backend setup, that is initial phase. Second infra pipeline. So I'll trigger second pipeline for now, but still configuration not tested. Okay, so whatever configuration I do but not tested. Now I'll do the testing. In case any issue will fix by the help of Copilot. Okay, so what I'll do, just take out a simple here, select branch. I select branch is a master. Why? Because my all latest code in master, right? But if you are going to test right in your environment, make sure you run from future branch, not to master. It is just practice purpose. So I push there and I'm trigger from there, right? So go there. So you see a task is missing in my pipeline. So what I'll do, go to my code and just add it and take error message and will fix with the help of Copilot. Okay, so go back again, run pipeline and check. Okay, what I'll do, I copy this one and go to GitHub Copilot. So guys, I'm back in VS Code. I open my code's already cloned with that Azure DevOps repo. So simple, I ask here in chat and it will give me answer and will fix my issue with the code. Okay, whatever pipeline template will fix. So now you see like this issue is fixed now, and I commit my changes to master branch. Let me go back on portal. So I'll do, I'll just refresh or rerun. Okay, just rerun. Okay, this issue is fixed now, and now our pipeline is executing. Let me go and check. Okay, so we have multiple steps here in the deployment pipeline. First, plan dev, Terraform apply for dev. Okay, these two tasks will execute for this one, and production, this is for production, right? So based on that, it will ask. So what I'll do, I go back and just click here and then run again. Go to master and let's see. Why job is skipped? Let me check why job is skipped. I see here there's some issue in the pipeline condition. So a simple ask Copilot here and he just fix it, right? Now you see run without tagline design in this one, trigger is none. So it's now going to push my changes. I'm gonna go there and just click. So yeah, now the pipeline issue is resolved related to secret or init, so that I configured and fixes with the help of GitHub Copilot here, and now see everything is fixed, and now pipeline is triggered. So plan for dev environment is success. Now it is running for deployment. Terraform apply. Okay, so second step is currently pipeline running, and let's finish, then I'll show you and then show you in the portal as well. Okay, so it's currently running for apply. Alright, now you see the successful Terraform apply is executed by DevOps pipeline. So first step is plan, basically validate all init, validate plan, and second is apply, that is validate init, validate and apply, final deployment, right? So now pipeline is successful deploy, is triggered for prod environment also. So now it's triggered for prod. So let's wait to finish this one. Meanwhile, I'll show you in the portal. So go to in portal here. So it is the TF state file, it's the backup storage. Basically our storage maintain the Terraform backend storage, right? Here this is the storage. Inside storage I create a container, and in the container I'm maintaining a TF state file. So go to here, and that is created by a DevOps pipeline, right? Itself here, this is our container, and this is the TF state file, dev.tf. Similar, it will create for prod.tf state file. So all the resource backup configuration are stored in the TF state file. Let me go to the resource, whether it's deploy or not. So go to subscription and click on the resources. I'll show you. So I go to all the resources. So if you, let's say, not sure which resource group or resource you created, so just simple go there and see all the resource will deploy in respective resource group. So here you see all the resources we deploy in respective resource group, right? You see all resources. Okay, that is deployed by Terraform, right? Now go back to in pipeline and see the same way the production init is done, and it's trigger for the next, right? So current configuration pipeline is auto trigger, not auto. I need to select the pipeline manually, but it will not ask whether you want to deploy in dev and prod. It will automatically deploy for dev. Once dev finish, it will deploy for production. But in the next upcoming session, I'll tell here to manage a UI to select the environment and the approval gates. Once you approve, then only it will go for the next environment, right? But currently I not added any approval gates is triggered, but pipeline need to trigger manually. So based on your manual selection, it will deploy, right? But it will deploy for all the environment, dev and production. TF state file is created and backend file is done. Now you see that it is also almost completed. So we are good for this session, and next session will show you how we'll go to next add a deployment condition and gates in this pipeline. So that will cover in next pipeline, and also will show you how to create a destroy pipeline. That's it for this session, guys. Thank you so much. Do like and subscribe.